am Kamau Kujichagulia, and this is On the Case with Kamau Kujichagulia. First off, I want to wish everyone a happy and holiday season and a very happy Kwanzaa. We're in the third day of Kwanzaa right now, and things look pretty good. We're heading towards the new year, which will be 2024. Just imagine 2024. I think the first New Year I remember was like 1953 or something like that. And here we are so many years later. But welcome to the show. Welcome everybody. And this is, of course, our last show of the year. We have a good brother on this evening, or should be on this evening. And his name is Akil Parker, and he's what you call a math man. I see him on Facebook all the time, and he's always talking about math. So, and the importance of math in everyday life to everyone, not just his students, but also to everybody. Math is a critical, a very critical condition. But before we get to Akil, since he hasn't been able to sign on yet, we're going to bring on my firstborn son, Mr. Michael Harmon.
Hey,
Hello,
Pat.
Michael Harmon.
How you doing?
All righty, how you doing?
I'm doing all
I'm
right.
doing pretty good. How was your holiday so far?
Oh man, my holidays
Huh?
were good. Excellent. This is my son, but besides
That's
that, I
good.
had excellent holidays. How was yours?
All righty. That's good.
Yeah,
Well, right now I'm down in Atlantic City, and I brought some of the grandkids down here to enjoy the what do you call it? The water park. So
okay.
I can tell you though, if you're going to stay down here, don't stay at what's the name? Showboat. Yuck. This has not been a
Yeah.
pleasant
Why?
stay at Showboat. The only good thing about it
No.
is it is right there with the water park. Other than that, it doesn't get the very high rating out of me. You know, like they
Okay.
didn't have any towels. How you gonna not have towels at a damn hotel? You know what I mean?
They didn't have them in the
But
room, or they didn't have them
anyway,
in the hotel.
they don't have them in. I don't care about the hotel. They didn't have them in my room.
Uh,
you know. So
right.
until my wife went down there and got on them a little bit, and then they
Uh,
decided they could bring some towels.
I thought
So
Showboat was the place to be.
yeah, well, if I like I said, if you are got people, if you want to go to the water park, now you go down the elevator and you come right out at the water park. That's cool, you know. But for anything else, it's not. No, it's not because Well, maybe it's because it's the winter because everything is basically closed. They only have a couple places to eat,
Yeah.
a couple places to drink. But
Well, I know Niall and Xavier love him running up and down in that
well,
water
yeah.
park.
Well, even they just stayed in it for about 3 hours or so. But they have the arcade.
Ah,
They have
okay.
they have all these games in the arcade now. They stay in them hour after hour after hour. So
Really?
that's a good thing, you know. So, what's up?
What's going on? Mr. Parker's not here yet?
Nope, I don't see them.
No? Oh man. He's having trouble logging in.
Okay,
This is
okay.
the first time I've
Well,
had this
we'll talk
problem.
about other things until he gets here.
I
You
was really excited to talk to him because he teaches at Cheney. He teaches at Cheney. He just sent me a
Oh,
message that he still can't get in, and he gets the same message
uh-huh.
that he got before. So I don't know what's going on with Mr. Parker today.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to go and talk to him for a minute
All right, well, you go ahead.
because he's
I'll
about
be
all
here.
that math. You gonna be there?
I'll be here. I'm going
All right.
to go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to talk about um go ahead. Go ahead and deal with Parker.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about um the situation in Palestine because not I'm not so much concerned about the situation in Palestine. I'm concerned about the situation among people in the world, especially right here in Trenton and in New Jersey. We have a lot of churches that call themselves Christians or Muslims or Jewish or Buddhist or whatever. And when you talk to the congregants or the deacons or the pastors, and you talk to them about whether Palestine has come up as a conversation in their church, you find out that it hasn't. And how can you be a good Christian? How can you be a good person of God and not expose the horror of what's going on in Palestine to your congregation, and not at least ask for prayers from your congregation for the people of Palestine. It's just unbelievable to me. It's like, like I said before, people are waiting for the United States to make an action to help these people from Palestine. But shit, the United States has already declared itself totally and completely in favor of whatever Israel wants to do. Whatever Israel wants to do. So, they have made an action. That's their action. You know, I don't know why people continue to wait for them to make an action when they already have made an action, and people simply do not want to believe that that's an action. Shit, they've said that we support Israel 100% regardless of what they do. That right now they're talking about 300,000-400,000 people in uh, starvation mode because the Israelis won't allow in food. Not only because they won't allow in food, but also because they've bombed all of their food manufacturing processes like bakeries, farms, and what have you. They've turned off the people's water. I mean, come on. Uh, this isn't something that is taking on a secret life. Shit, these people are purposely trying to kill the entire population of Palestine. And what is so hard to me is that there are so many people right around here people who call themselves religious, call themselves good people, call themselves godly people who just don't do anything. How can you go to a church and the minister has never in the past almost 3 months has never spoken about the Palestinian condition over there? What kind of church is that to me? Okay, I just looked at it. I said, look, if you don't have an understanding for the suffering, the majestic suffering and complete horrid conditions that Israel is imposing on millions of people. If you don't have that in your church, then you can't. To me, you can't come to me and say anything about being godly or Jesus like, because I'm sure if Jesus were here, Jesus would speak out and against it. So I'm upset not with America because America has said that what they will do, that they're totally in favor of it. But I'm upset that the people who call themselves God's people whether you be Christian or Jewish or Muslim or Buddhist or Shinto or whatever. You call yourself a godly person, and you don't do anything about it. Because it doesn't just take America to stop this. It doesn't just take Israel to stop this. It takes the world. I mean, I listened to the Turkish president, and he talks about how Israel is perpetrating genocide against the people of Palestine, but he's still supplying oil to Israel. You listen to the Russians or to the Chinese or to the Kenyans, and these people are still diplomatically connected with Israel. They're still trading partners with Israel, and that to me is being complicit in the slaughter of the Palestinian people. You know, and if the all of these you have a country like a little teeny country like Yemen, where so-called terrorist group, the Houthi, they said that no ship going to Israel, supplying Israel is exempt from being attacked. And this is just a little teeny country. This is just a little bitty country. So you know, I'm against what the Israelis are doing. I'm against what the world. Well, of course, I'm against what Biden is doing. I wouldn't vote for Biden. I wouldn't vote for these God blessed Democrats to save my life anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's just so totally and completely ugly that that anybody could say that I will support Israel regardless of what they do. Hey, that's insane. It's irresponsible. And if you're irresponsible, then why the hell would I want you to be part of the government? Why would I want you to be a leader of the government that supposedly, put that in quote, supposedly serves me? I don't. So, but I think if the world came together, the people of the world came together, they could shut down Israel. I mean, since water is flowing into Israel from other countries, cut off their water. Okay, oil is coming to Israel. They don't have a big oil supply. Oil is coming from to Israel from without. Cut off their fuel. You know, uh, it, the agricultural sector in Israel is totally being hurt because they don't have the Palestinians to harvest their crops. Cut off the labor to go in there and harvest their crops. This is possible. This is possible from other parts of the world. If India stood up and said, "Look, Israel, as long as you're doing this, we're not going to be diplomatically involved with you, and we're not going to be economically involved with you." South Africa has done this. So um, because I didn't tell you why South Africa did it, because back during the apartheid days of South Africa, the Palestinians supported the South Africans. They supported them diplomatically. They supported them militarily. They supported them economically. And so, now it's their turn to support the Palestinians, and that's what they're doing. So um, that's just the way I see it. That's just the way I see it. And that's not the only place. Shit, this is we have ugliness like this going on around the world. I mean, you look in Africa, you look down into the Sudan, where 7 million people have been displaced, and many are hungry, many are starving, but you know, you don't hear the not just outrage, but you don't hear the support for stopping some of the conditions that contribute to these atrocities from supposedly godlike people. Now, I'm not all that much of a godlike person. I'm not a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim or a Buddhist. But, I know for me, in my heart, I know what's right and what's wrong. Okay. And I know, I can't do much, but, I'm here. I speak out against it. This is my one. This is what I say, so that I can get other people to understand the way at least I feel that we need to stand up and stand against. Uh, Not so much the war. I'm not so. If you want to have a war, that's a different thing. No, really, it isn't. But when you turn off the water, when you have, number one, if you have the ability to turn off somebody's water, if that's in your control to turn off somebody's water, then that means that you hold that you have that power. You hold that key, and for you to actually turn off somebody's water, that's a nasty thing to do, because these kids, these women, these children, these other men, they didn't attack you, they didn't kill your people, but you're making them suffer with something as basic, as humanistic as water. Okay, when you turn off their fuel, so that they don't have the fuel. If Israel has the power to they control the basic necessities of life for the Palestinian people, which means they control them. It's like being in a prison. Now, if you go to jail, if you go to Trenton State Prison, the warden, he has the power to withhold food and water and medicine. He has that power to do that. But to do it is just a horrid, horrid thing. And that's what I'm against. I'm against the humanitarian aspect of this conflict, that you have involved millions of innocent people, and you have. How can you turn off somebody's water? Come on. I guess Trenton Waterworks does that to people too, right? But as an aside, you know. But so, you know, that's where I feel about that. That's and coming into a new year, it's 2024. We got to do better. We've got to do better as a world, because things don't have to be this ugly. People have got to, you got to stand up. You got to stand up for something, you know, something. Because people just go along to get along. I remember back during the civil rights era, back during the Martin Luther King era. People were out there in those streets and they was getting beat up and eaten up by dogs and having skin ripped off their bodies by water hoses. And so many people laid back, so many of us laid back and said, oh, well, that's what they get for being out in those streets. But shit, they did it for us. They wasn't doing it for them. They was doing it for us. Okay? And it's important that if this movement, if this love movement, we might even say, were broader based, if we could get more people to, because most people are good people. Most people are supposedly, I guess, they're good people. I don't know. They want to act like they're good. uh, if they're good people, if we came together and just wrote our right Bonnie Watson Coleman, because she's one of these damn Democrats that is in support of Israel, regardless of what the hell they do. Okay, just go on, do an email. Bonnie, I'm not in support of Israel doing anything they want to do. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Or it has nothing to do with being pro-Palestinian. It has nothing to do with anti Israel. It has to do with being human. You're not everything doesn't go. Everything ain't good. You know, when bombing people and killing children and having people, old people, man, oh man, oh man, I just imagine how old people are not having a chair, just something as basic as a chair. I like I said, I'm down here in Atlantic City right now, and I miss my chair so bad because it's important. Once you get old, I mean, you get weak, and you need, or at least you want certain comforts. And these old people don't have these comforts, these basic comforts where they can just go sit down and relax anymore. I can just imagine how horrible that would be if I were in that condition. So, just get in touch. It- we have a city council. We have people who represent us. That's what I'm saying to you. You don't, and if you tell them that you're against something or that you're for something, they'll listen. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that though. But at least they'll know. They'll know because right now about 80, 70, 80% of the United States population has says that they're against what Israel is doing to the Palestinians. But these freaking politicians still stand up there. Joe Biden and the Democratic leadership still stand up there and they say that we're 100% behind Israel. Whatever they do, we're there to support them regardless. I can't even say that about my wife. If my wife started cutting the heads off of my grandchildren, I said, "No, baby, I love you. I love you. I'm yours. But no, you can't. I can't. I cannot support you cutting off the head of any more of my grandchildren. You can't do that. No, that's a no. But for these damn Democrats, for Joe Biden and these damn Democrats to say that regardless whether they whether Israel is starving them, whether Israel is taking away their water, whether oh man, which is so bad to take away the sanitation facilities, so that once they take away the sanitation facilities, they have to drink dirty water. Once they drink dirty water, they catch diseases. Once they catch diseases and the medical facilities and have been destroyed, they die hard death from infectious agents. This is inhuman in the world in which we live right now. And the Democrats and Joe Biden have said, well, we support anyway. You almost got me to cuss there. I'm not gonna cuss like that. Hi Dana, how are you? It's good to see you. So anyway, we're I guess Akil, I don't know what his problem is and why he can't get on. Michael seems to be back. Oh, here he is.
Yes, I'm back.
Huh?
Mr. Parker.
Yeah, you talk to him?
Yes, Mr. Parker's not going to be able to get with us this week. He's having technical issues, not being able to log in to StreamYard. So we're going to reschedule for Mr. Akil, and we're going to get with him a couple of days beforehand and make sure everything is right next time.
Tell him it's all math.
It's all that math, right? 1-0. Yeah, but we'll
Okay,
get him
well,
on. Maybe not next week, but we'll get him on soon.
okay, well that's cool. That's cool.
Because we've been talking about Mr. Parker for a while now. We've been
Uh-huh.
talking about having him on for a while now, so we want to make that happen.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. Okay, so what do you want to holler about?
Um, I'm not gonna
I
holler
don't want
about
to hear
anything.
nothing about them Dolphins. I don't want to hear nothing about them Dolphins. You know,
Then Pop, I don't have
because
nothing to say.
them Dolphins. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care about no
I'm
Dolphins.
not gonna say. I'm not gonna jinx it. We have the Ravens this weekend. We're gonna have a good game. We're gonna do what we do because we're the Miami Dolphins, number one.
Okay,
So let's do
okay.
it.
You say so. They beat the Eagles, didn't they?
We had a good game against the Eagles. It was a very good
Oh,
game
that
against the
that
Eagles.
means they lost. That means the Eagles
Uh,
beat them.
and the outcome wasn't as I would want it, but it was a good game.
That means the Eagles beat
Congratulations,
them. Eagles
congratulations
whooped
to
their
the
butt,
Eagles.
right?
They lost to the
Huh?
Cowboys. They lost to the Cowboys, though.
Oh, the Eagles.
Yes,
Okay.
we
I
did.
see. I okay. Very good.
Oh
Very good.
man.
Well, as we wrap up this year, what were the highlights of this year? Let me see. Trenton, we got a new administration in. I don't know. I haven't heard all that much difference between this city hall and the last. To tell you honest God truth, uh, I don't know though. I don't know because I don't
I'm
really.
I'm so sick of politics. American politics right now is saying it's okay for Israel to kill their people. I mean, that's what American politics is.
Yeah,
There's nothing else really to talk about. American politics right now is its contribution to Israel, and it's
did
pure
you
evil.
go? Did you go see the color purple?
Not yet, not yet. I was
No.
supposed to go see it the day after Christmas, but my cousin got sick. Did you see it?
Ah, okay.
Did you
No,
see it?
no, no,
I'm going to
no.
see it though.
Well,
I'm going to see it.
I can wait for it to come on one of my services. Yeah, it's probably on one of them right now. To tell you honest, God truth.
Yeah, to be honest
You
with
know.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, to be honest
but
with you.
I'll wait. I'll wait a little bit longer. Because right now, if it is, you remember how they used to do the DVD? Somebody sit up in the theater and
Yes,
do the
yes,
DVD.
yes.
That's probably how it is on one of my services right now. So I'll wait a couple more weeks where they get a good one, where they get the real
Two
thing
weeks.
on there.
You'll be able to have it. You'll be able to have it in 2 weeks. You'll be able
Huh?
to get it. You'll be able to get it in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Oh
You'll
yeah,
be able
for
to get it
sure.
in 2 weeks.
You know,
I'm going
and
to the theater.
people. I shouldn't say this, but there are services out there now that you can cut that cord and still
Mhm.
get anything that you want to get. Like live
Yeah.
TV, all the
Mhm.
sports, all the football games and basketball games, and
Yep.
and I pay like $50 a year, for everything. Yeah.
I
Cause
got more
shit, let
than
me tell you what, these damn cable companies were charging us like $200-300 a freaking year, a
for,
month,
for cable, for,
you
for,
know,
for, for basic cable.
for cable.
Mhm.
Cable. Well, it wasn't basic cable, but like if you wanted to get this, you couldn't just get that. You had to buy the package to get that included within it.
Yeah.
So I mean that just put up the price. I found these what do they call them? IPTVs, Internet Protocol Televisions
Hmm.
online. That was 5-6 years ago. I ain't looked back. I said I don't. And I get a whole lot more. What's good? I get streams from all over the world.
Hmm.
I really do. So like right now with this Israel and Sudan thing going on, I get streams from Sudan. I get just streams from Palestine or around that area, Syria and Pakistan, and
Is
that
the
that.
news different?
Oh shit. American news is just horrible. They still talking about Trump. You know what I mean? They're still talking about Trump. It just bewilders me. that after all these years of talking, number one, saying that they hate Trump, but that's all they talk about. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The news is definitely. I mean, even talking about the war in Palestine, the slaughter that the
Yeah.
Israelis are perpetuating on the Palestinians. I mean, it's totally different between United States, between white supremacist media and the rest of the world media. Because and people want to talk about the West. They want to talk about um, whatever. But they don't understand why the West is doing this and blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, they've been doing it forever. It's not has
Forever.
nothing to do with the West. It has to do with white supremacy, the system
Their
of white supremacy.
their
That's what it's
entire
about.
their entire history.
Yes,
I listen to them talk online on social media about how horrible it is over in Palestine and what the Israelis are doing. And I'm just saying to myself, you do realize you're living with the benefits of the same shit, right?
right,
Like the
right,
exact same shit Israel's doing right now. Americans are living with the benefits of that.
right.
So I don't
You
know.
know. I mean, people want to excuse, not forget, but excuse the genocides that the system that the white supremacists in the system of white supremacy have perpetrated for centuries.
Hmm.
You know, see, they had no problem in it had they had bombs. They would have bombed Africans and Asians and Indians and everything else and taken their land. Exploited them, whatever.
Hmm.
So it's nothing. But we need. I call spades spades. If it's white supremacy, then it's white supremacy. These mugs want to stay supreme, and they're doing everything in their power to do that. They're trying to start shit with the Chinese because the Chinese are throwing off they are doing better, or yeah, I'll use that term better in quotes. They're doing better at throwing off the yoke of white supremacy than anybody else right now. So they're coming down hard on the Chinese, and they want everybody in the world to be
Hate
against
the
China.
Chinese. Hmm.
Because they're because the Chinese are threatening their system of white supremacy. So
How much you want to bet communism is going to make a big rise again? And it's going to scare people all of a sudden over the next
oh
couple of
yeah.
years.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Communism is going to be the next big thing.
And like the Chinese say, look, we do socialism plus Chinese culture. We're not straight cultural. We modify it to our needs.
Hmm.
And basically that's the way they're telling the rest of the world that you're going to have to grow. Because the way we did it as Americans and as Europeans, the way the white supremacists did it, they did it by imperialism, by colonialism, you know, and you can't be a colonizer anymore. You can't be an imperialist anymore. I mean, Sudan or Nigeria can't be an imperialist. They can't walk in and beat people up and take their resources and suppress their people to their will. So
Hmm.
that they had to find a different way. So when America goes in and says, "Hey, look, the best way to do it is the way we did it," but we can't do that because you did a horrible thing.
I mean,
You know?
they doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the thing,
So
and that thing that bothers me is nobody, like, there's no other countries just stopping it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Nobody is doing anything about it. It's like, you know, the world wants the Palestinians dead. I don't get it.
no, like I say, Yemen is doing something.
Hmm.
In that shipping channel over there. Well, it may not be much, but
Right.
it's something, you know.
A couple other.
It can be more, but at least they're doing something. You
Right.
know,
Right.
the Hezbollah is doing something, but again, the rest of the world, the non-white world, they don't want to fight. They don't want war. You know,
Right.
they're not built that way. You know, this damn white supremacists, the system of white supremacy that is built that war, that horrid war way. So what are you gonna do?
What we gonna do?
Hopefully, 2024. Hopefully, you ask that question. What are we going to do? Hopefully, it's good to ask questions because hopefully, what will happen in 2024 or maybe in 2023 is the answer will come to us. What we gonna do? And maybe the answer will come to us.
Now you
You know?
notice how we can't vote nobody out during this
Oh,
Israel crisis. They timed that perfectly.
right.
They timed that perfectly.
Yeah. So hopefully, like I say, that cause Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. He says that the most important thing is to ask questions. You know, so hopefully that question that you asked, what we gonna do, will be answered. And we'll have a
Right.
clear path to what we can do. Hopefully, I would like to see that. It's been what 400, 500 years. People have been asking that question, and we haven't found the answer yet.
Right. Right. We need a cure for that
Yeah,
disease.
yeah, yeah. But hey, you keep asking it, and you keep trying different things, and sooner or later you're gonna find out. I hope it's breaking. I hope it's breaking. I hope it's breaking. Because it's an ugly world right now, and it's a big world too, son. You need to start traveling. You need to start getting out there and seeing what you can see. You know,
Right.
There's
Gotta keep.
old Diddy. You go out to see what you can see. I think the girls used to jump rope to that or something.
Yeah.
But really, people need to get out of their comfort zone and get out there in the world and not go to. I'm not talking about go to a resort. It's later for a resort. You got to
Nah,
get in the mix with the people.
I'm
You
not
know
the
what I
resort
mean?
type.
Some of it, they ain't gonna hurt you. Shit,
I'm
don't
not the
worry about
resort
it. Don't
type.
worry about it. Yeah. You want to stay at a 5-star hotel and just stay in the hotel and shit. Get out there and get a 2-star hotel.
No.
You know, walk around. Say, hey, walk around by them back alleys and shit. You know what I mean? See
Say
what you can
so.
find.
Look like somebody can get hurt
Talk
over
to
there.
people.
Look like somebody could get hurt over
Yeah,
there.
you can get hurt. I bet, and I tell people you can get hurt here quicker than you get hurt over there. Shit, you know.
Right?
Okay, because white people don't mind hurting you, and black people sick. Black people in this country are sick.
Yes,
You
we
know,
are. Yes,
shit.
sir.
So go on, get out there, get around, and just check out what you can check out. Because
I
it's
got the
a big
form.
world.
I don't have my passport yet. I got the paperwork. I got it all filled out. I just got to take it
Mm-hmm.
to the post office and
Okay,
file and pay.
okay. You can do that, because you can't. They won't. I don't understand that system, but anyway, that's the system that it is.
Yeah.
They won't let you travel without it. So get out of this. I don't. Okay, okay. It's time to go, isn't it? Yep. Anyway, 2024, 2024. I remember when 2000 came in. Remember back then they had what were they talking about? That all the clocks were going to stop or something, and something. It was going
Y2K.
to be a whole yeah Y2K
Y2K.
Y2K. Night, Dane. See you later. Have a happy new year. Okay.
All right, Kash.
So
Love you.
yeah, we ready to get out of here. All right, son. Love you.
All right, bye. Love you too.
Thank you, Sean. Love you.
On the case with Kamau Kujichagulia, sexy
All
co-host.
righty. Very good. You take care.
Peace.
Good night.
You out?